those are people that we thought like, man, they get them
Yeah.
or they this that, and they knew to just like, man,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, man,
you see the outcome.
Yeah, there it is.
But it's like that's why the public gotta be more. You can't even really get on Tekashi. You gotta demand more from the public because you got people that are reacted to how the public reacted to Tekashi disrespecting them.
Yeah, yeah.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So
like it's like I gotta put a red light on, you know, or people a trip for real.
And it's like somebody be sitting home looking at their timeline, reacting to what Tekashi said about them, and might feel pressure to go do something. But it's like the public should not even react to clown shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? We shouldn't even. It should. The public should follow the real niggas, and the real niggas ain't reacting, so y'all don't react.
Exactly.
You know, put this shit on. Put the dude on goofy time and just let him sit over here and do what he doing till that shit expire. Because it always gonna self-destruct, clearly. You know what I mean? So.
What are these niggas doing here? For what?
What would be the odds that 6ix9ine, Nipsey Hussle, Mural stunt? What would be the odds that was some type of symbolism or some type of message behind that? You know, and this is just me going into not a conspiracy world, but into a world of knowing that Hollywood has a lot of tricks with it.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, so I don't want to sound like I'm crazy or anything, but I just find that totally bizarre that this artist who is, you know, selling out stuff and doing his thing or whatever, I find it really weird that he would go all the way to Los Angeles just to be seen, just to do all that, you know, especially in that neighborhood. You know, I find that dangerous. But hey, I don't know.
You broke up on that last part.
I said, but hey, I don't know. I don't know what's up with all that. What do you think, Cisco? What do you think that, you know, maybe pushing this guy to mess with Nipsey now?
Well, let me make a educated, speculative look at it. Me knowing how the music industry works, when you get to be to the level of 69, 6ix9ine, whatever his name is, you are pretty much, you know, you have a manager, image consultant, a publicist, that are pulling the strings and manipulating situations so that the artist can make money for the label. With that said, I could speculate that a possibility could have been where it wasn't even 6ix9ine's decision. It could have been, you know, boom, this is our schedule for the day. You're gonna go here. You're gonna go to Crenshaw and Slauson. We're gonna take a picture in front of the Nipsey mural. We're gonna go to the Beverly Center. We might. No, they probably wouldn't do the Fox Hills Mall or the Baldwin Shopping Center, but either one of those they wouldn't go to, I don't think. But they might, you know, he has a schedule to do all these things, and it's like he might have some leeway to say this or that. But if you see that the type of security that he has, I'm with the assumption that it wasn't his decision. And with that said, if it wasn't his decision, I see irony, I'll put it that way, in the fact that what comes with him is this whole uh narrative that this guy just pops out of nowhere. He's uh like a shock rapper based off of his looks. He's not really talented as a rapper, and he's more for the shock value. He comes out of nowhere, aligns himself with a legitimate street gang in New York, and then snitches on all of them. Snitches on all of them. The irony is that that's what follows the 6ix9ine name. But you go to Crenshaw and Slauson, and then you take a picture in front of the mural, which there's a snitch theory with that story. And keep in mind that I said that they have publicists. So a lot of the things that you see him doing on social media probably is some of himself, but it's still within the parameters of the publicist that he has and the image consultant that he has. Why? Because at the end of the day, the label or whoever's financially backing him got to make money. And
Right.
shock is their biggest thing. If you think about it, take shock away from 6ix9ine, and he's just another trash rapper of this era. Just think about it. Take all the shock away from him, and he doesn't sell. He's just one of the hundreds of new, metrosexual, watered down, this new type of weirdo gangster that they're trying to promote. Uh, and that's what he. Then there's a lot of those. So, but you add shock to it, and now he does sell. So that's their biggest thing. So I think that from a symbolic and a speculative viewpoint, I just see it that there's a lot of irony. That's a simple fact that this snitch comes to pay homage. And mind you, like I said, this is all within the realm of the publicist and the image consultant. This dude was allegedly talking trash about Nipsey days before this. So again, like I say, put it in the context of an image consultant and a publicist. You got you got
Mhm.
you got the hottest thing on the internet. What he's doing, 2-3 million on lives. I mean, come on, this is the hottest thing. So, and like I say, the whole thing about him is shock. So, if you're looking at it from the outside, from a far vantage point, you would say, well, shit, why wouldn't they want to make some money and add some more shock to two rappers, one deceased based on a snitch, and one who sent his whole crew down the river.
Yeah. And I mean, like you said, it's just symbolic. And that's what made me want to come on and just start it off because we were having a conversation offline. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. We've done a lot of those offline conversations. We got to put this out there to the people so that they
Right.
can understand or, kind of resonate that things happen for a reason in life. And, sometimes, things just go by the wayside. But something with this whole situation kind of made my eyes and my ears perk up. And when I posted it on my Instagram, I got a lot of people saying, well, the first thing that he actually said about Nipsey Hussle, which was, and other rappers, which was that he needed he needed security and you wouldn't get shot if you didn't have security and this, that, and the third. Okay. And people took that as though he was trying to be um genuine. And that was not a genuine statement. You know what I'm saying? And also what's funny to me is that he's not talking about all these dead Mexican rappers that are getting clapped in Mexico or around America. He's talking about these black men that are dying. And that kind of perked my ears up as well, because I noticed that, sometimes he caters very much so to his audience, but when it comes to us, it's like you N-words, he just has no respect for us. And I've noticed that throughout his career.
Well,
Um,
remember, just to add on to what you just said,
mhm,
and please continue, but I just want to prompt you on something that we had offline. Now, one thing that the industry does very well is put something right in front of your face, and you never really realize what it is. LA,
mhm,
you and I know that there is an ideology
correct.
behind this dude that takes a little research to know about, and then it kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense of some of the
Yeah.
things that he does and how he focuses on
Yep.
blacks versus other racial groups.
You're
Um, because,
absolutely, you're absolutely right. So, I mean, when you put it into that context, being that he is someone who has uh outside ties from what you think is his talent to the industry, you know, then that's when you can really see who this guy really is.
right.
But this whole trend of disrespecting this dude, Mr. Hussle, for people to come out the woodworks and be talking dead men, this is just people have conversations on radio stations, and just
Well,
sorry about that. But
you you kind of breaking up.
you know, my bad. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. But just the fact that these people are on here just disrespecting Nipsey every chance they get in regular conversation and interviews, it shows me that Nipsey was doing something hella right in his life, you
Right.
know.
You know, some
So
something just popped in my head along with the snitch symbolism and all of that. Um, the story gets better when one of the key witnesses to the Nipsey Hussle murder case is the first person highlighted to speak against 6ix9ine's presence at the mural. And that
that
person is under scrutiny by the streets and has been before. I'm going to mention the Spider Loke little social media fiasco that just happened last week. Even before that, it was already, you can say, in the atmosphere that Cowboy is potentially a snitch outside of his testimony in the grand jury.
well, when those
But
people
but
rode
along
on
but
Cow
along with that,
well, when those people rode up on Cowboy in that alley talking to those two white men that didn't look like Jehovah's Witnesses, not to be
right,
funny, not
right,
being
right,
funny.
right, right,
Mhm.
right,
Um,
right.
they I mean, they surely didn't look like Jehovah's Witnesses to me. So I wonder
And
who
that's and
those.
that's exactly that's exactly what you're mentioning is the evidence or the receipts to the rumor or the talk about it being in the atmosphere that he was a snitch. And so here again, we have another dude with this jacket hovering over him, not to mention violating the known street code that you wouldn't, even though Nipsey is my friend and everything. According to their street code, you can't go to the grand jury and talk, not like
Mm,
he did, and in some people's opinion, not at all. You have to, if you was forced there, you'd have to plead the fifth to every question.
Well, apparently people weren't forced there because, they had a lot of trouble getting Shermy in there.
Right.
Um,
Right.
so that brings me to the situation that happened with Alonzo. Uh, you know a little bit more about the video, but I had just recently watched it. He spoke on the prosecutor not showing up to the trial,
Right. Right.
and that's something that we've been telling you guys, throughout our looking into this case. It just doesn't seem like the right amount of work was being put into it way back when. Once I saw everybody bundled up at the crime scene, I knew something was up then.
Right. Right. And another thing, not only he didn't show up, they haven't given they haven't handed over the discovery.
Correct. Correct. Yep. That's a big
And
key right there.
and we know by those motions that uh uh
Lynn.
Mrs. Young, Luann Young, those motions that she filed, that I think a strong part of her defense is going to be on discovery.
Well, we'll have to keep waiting because a lot of people are not reporting on the actual court case, which it really troubles me because of the magnitude of the actual case. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy who came from nothing, made it up to something, and passed away, and had the whole Los Angeles outside at his funeral at the Staples Center. I mean, it just does not add up.
Well, well,
And that's
you had people, you know, you could almost say uh, Nipsey's death had the Obama effect, meaning this was worldwide.
correct. Correct.
This was worldwide. This was worldwide. I know of several reports you can find online where this was worldwide. When Nipsey Hussle passed away, you had people worldwide, people areas that you probably think, well, how are they even listening to his music? And
Right.
that's the power of the internet. Um, but yeah, this was a worldwide thing, and you've seen how some of the even the U.S. cities set it off, like Houston. Houston did something. I'm like, wow, that was that
Right.
was that was really, you know, there's certain places I could, even if I didn't believe personally that he was that popular there, like in New York or D.C., Virginia, Detroit, Chicago type, you know, I could still see a large come out because of the size of those cities. But and I'm not saying Houston is small, but I would have never expected Houston to put it down like they did for Nip.
Yeah. Yeah. They did. They did show out. And even the internet, with all the different conspiracies and the different people popping up with their channels basically built off of Nipsey's name, you
Oh,
know,
absolutely,
you
absolutely.
know, pretty much made a movement. And, it's just really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate.
And
But
you can't leave out those suspicious characters that popped up too, because
oh
if
yeah,
so,
yeah, yeah.
show was, uh, you know, a lot of them that just popped out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. I mean, the whole case itself is suspicious, and that's what I'll say until I see somebody actually pop out um with more information. I mean, that's what we're waiting on. A lot of people are sitting back just waiting on more information. Apparently his court date has been moved to October. I'll post the actual date for you guys soon. But yeah, I mean, we're just watching, we're just paying attention. Also, what I'm doing on the back end, I'm trying to secure this interview with somebody that I really am interested in. And apparently this person is interested in the show. And, but it's hard to get with this person. And it kind of making me like, think, but I guess, I'll have time to get some good questions in. And, I think it's gonna happen, but we're just gonna have to be patient, which I've been doing. We've all been doing. So,
Right.
thank you guys so much, for tuning in and, really feeling our content. I see a lot of people are coming out now with different types of ways to get information out to you guys. And I appreciate that because I know what me and Cisco did in the beginning is, unparalleled. We really took this
Right.
case and we treated it with care. I want y'all to know that.
And
So
I want to just add to that because I know, LA is modest, but um, for y'all that really rock with the LA Show channel in general, and those of you rock with us on the investigations, particularly the Nipsey Hussle investigations. Uh, of course, we're not gonna say any names, but people is watching this channel, and for y'all to really rock with us, make sure you go back into those older Nipsey Hussle investigation videos because we know from a professional eye that it's good work. We don't. I ain't tripping on the YouTube streets because everybody ain't catching what we throwing. But those of
yeah,
you that those of you that's catching what we throwing, just understand that you landed on the right channel
yep.
and rock with us. Go back to them old videos because there's a lot of stuff in them old videos. Transcript videos, players video. Um, It's just so many. The interviews that LA put together so, tirelessly. That was a lot of hard work she had to do to put all them interviews together. Um, so I'm just saying, you guys go back. You guys are at the right spot because this, you're not getting any, you know, uh, you're not getting
Substance.
any watered down information or, this is
Or stuff that I could easily do on the internet. Like if y'all want to go through people's lives and people's you know social media accounts, we could do that all day, but that's not going to do anything. But
uh,
it's going to be justice. It's going to be justice. We just got to watch how these people are moving. We have to really watch how these people are moving. And what I wanted you guys to notice, and that's why we started off with this whole 6ix9ine character. Watch that guy. Watch it. He's over there in Los Angeles as we speak. I assume. I think he's still out there. He probably is.
well,
But yeah,
I don't know if you've seen LA just recently that and I don't, this is not a site that I really trust a whole lot, but
mm,
media takeout is reporting that he got robbed.
oh, yeah, I did hear a little bit about that, but I haven't seen any confirmation. Like you said, you can't rely on media takeout. But yeah, I've heard a little bit about that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hmm.
allegedly that he got robbed. So,
Hmm.
I mean, it's to me it's sad. It's a sad joke, it's a real bad joke. This dude.
Yeah. What's that thing called in Hollywood with the sad face and the happy face?
Oh, a muse. I think that's the
Yeah.
muse. I think that's the muse. Where, I mean, that's kind of like it's kind of a deep conversation, but it has this occult, you know, underlyings. But
Wow.
it's, I guess some people might interpret it as because you're showing the character and the people and the public fall in love with the character, the artist never really is truly happy.
Hmm.
Because the audience falls in love with the character. They don't fall in love with the person.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Well, that just made me think about that as we're closing. I don't know, it just randomly popped in my head. But that's another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about real quick. Um, Imagination, you know. Should I give them the sauce that we're dripping, because I know, I have to do it myself. I have to practice and apply it, but just using your imagination, looking at things from all angles, you know, and being critical thinkers. But that's something that I really want everybody to start getting on for real. Cause 2020 is the year of the clear vision, and I'm seeing some things that are just out of whack. So let me know what you guys think down below. Me and Cisco are going to head back out, crawl back into our little research holes, and we'll be back.